How is everything going tonight, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, Radio with LV Radio right now today. And this is your WWE BackLash 2023 Fallout show and your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today, Monday, May 8, 2023. Seth freaking Rollins is going to the finals of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament at Night of Champions. We're going to talk about how this all came about and everything else, so just kick back and relax. We're going to get this party started in just a little bit and hit the introductions and everything like that, so stay right where you are. And your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show will be coming your way next. Don't go away, because I will be right back.
This is M-Dog20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you are checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring, Dave Alpine.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. We got everything ready to roll here. And boy, oh boy, we're ready to get into something tonight. At least we got some newsworthy points, but it doesn't mean that they're all good. But welcome to the show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys right here right now today. This is your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today, Monday, May 8, 2023. This is your WWE BackLash 2023 Go Home Show. I'm your host, Big T, right here with all of you guys today. If you want, make sure you guys check out my website, www.beyondtheringwithbigt.com. You can call into the show live on Skype if you have any questions or comments about Monday Night Raw using BigT_119. You can follow me on Twitter at BeyondTheRingBT, like me and follow me on Facebook at Beyond the Ring with Big T, and follow me on Instagram at Beyond the Ring with Big T, all that good stuff right there. And don't forget, guys, if you want to help out the channel, make sure that you please use the hashtag Justice for Pretty for pet rights, because pets are family. Me and Mama T, Little Pretty, we all appreciate it very much, and Pretty, you will always be our bright little shining star, and of course, we love you very much forever and ever, my sweet little angel. And then, don't forget to donate to the show on PayPal by clicking on this link in the description of this video. Thank you guys very much. The link that you see Becky Lynch pointing up at right there, that's the link you want, so click on it. The link's pinned to the top of the YouTube live chat and at the top of the description, or the Facebook live comments, and at the top of the description of this video and every single video that I do. And there's a PayPal button on my YouTube homepage, all that stuff, so any amount you want to donate to the show, big or small, would be very much appreciated and really helps keep the channel running smoothly, so make sure you guys donate right now. Alright, so now let's get everything going here for Monday Night Raw. Welcome to the show, guys. What's going on, Darth and Hunter? Hunter, I was 100% for Seth Rollins. Finn Balor, I just knew he ain't going nowhere in this. And, I was for Seth Rollins the whole way. I knew Cody was getting screwed. Everything that happened, was as predictable could be. So what's up, Darth? What's up, Hunter? Yes, Carlitos did say, use a sock. Always use a sock. That'll probably be Carlitos' #1 quote that will live on in this chat forever. But, I don't know how to feel about tonight. I really don't know what to think, how to feel about it. It's kind of mixed feelings. Because, WWE, the draft is done. For some reason, WWE is not making Monday Night Raw appealing. We're going into a Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, or premium live event, I'm sorry, which, we know the builds for that is half-assed. The heavyweight title tournament, to be honest, it was paint by their very basic paint by the numbers formulaic bullshit, like I mentioned already. Cody getting screwed by Brock. Seth Rollins advancing to the finals of this tournament. Nobody else but Seth Rollins was going to lead to the finals of this tournament because you knew Cody was getting screwed, so in turn it canceled everything out. Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch had an awful segment because Trish as a heel is just, it doesn't work. I don't know why WWE wanted her to turn heel. I don't get it. I don't. Triple H wanted to get people talking with the first Raw following the draft, the report that we were hearing about. And the whole thing is, I think all we're talking about right now is how ordinary, unchanged, how much the same that this show is, even with the drafted rosters. And that's all everybody's going to be talking about. But, Trish and Becky, I remember I asked the question, what was it, last week? How could it get any worse than the heel turn they did for Trish? And then they had tonight. It was awful. What else could I say? Brock Lesnar with the fucking just ridiculous piped-in crowd noise. You know? I mean, take a look. Take a look at the fucking crowd noise tonight. Hey, there's Carlitos. The sock is the best option when it isn't yours. But I mean, you know the whole booze for Brock Lesnar. It was all fucking piped in bullshit. It was. Because if you listen back, it was piped in booze. And then when Brock talked at first, he was really low because they had the booze turned up too high. So then they turned the booze down, and all of a sudden Brock Lesnar's microphone was magically louder. I mean, what do they think we're fucking dumb? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't. So, I mean, there's some things that, definitely made the show kind of fall off a cliff. But it wasn't a terrible show. There was just things wrong with it. So now that I'm taking a look at everything here, we got all our ducks in a row, and let's give this a shot and review this thing. Alright. There we go. WWE Monday Night Raw. Reviewing results for Monday, May 8, 2023. We got the World Heavyweight Title Tournament kicks off. Trish Stratus returns. Lucha Libre night is needed. You could be right, Carlitos. You could absolutely be right. Tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw for Monday, May 8, 2023 came to us live from the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. Or we can't be friends anymore. Alright, Carlitos, I'm gonna need you to get me some of that Lucha Libre footage from what is it? Tijuana. I need that Lucha Libre footage from Tijuana, man. That's what I need. Alright. So the ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. The tournament to crown a new World Heavyweight Champion kicks off tonight. With two first-round triple threat matches taking place. Seth freaking Rollins will collide with Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest. While Priest fellow Judgment Day teammate Finn Balor will square off with Cody Rhodes and The Miz. Seth and Cody picked up victories over Omos and Brock Lesnar, respectively, this past Saturday at WWE BackLash. Meanwhile, Priest and Balor joined forces on the April 21st, 2023 episode of SmackDown to defeat the LWO's Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. And Nakamura beat Karrion Kross on Friday's edition of SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown. WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus will be appearing on Raw tonight for the first time since airing out her frustrations with Becky Lynch in the WWE Universe on the April 17, 2023 episode of Raw. The week prior, Trish had ambushed Becky after they lost the Women's Tag Team Championships to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Alright, Jacksonville, Florida, the birthplace of the greatest American wrestling company, AEW. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Otter. Alright. So we kick off this show live from Jacksonville. Kicks off with a video package hyping up the competitors in the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick then greet audiences at home. As Cody Rhodes makes his way down to the ring, The Miz and Finn Balor, they follow. And then we hear from Cody Rhodes. So we hear from Cody Rhodes. Cody asks Jacksonville. He's like, Jacksonville, Florida, what do you want to talk about? Cody says he appreciates the reception that he received. Cody says Jacksonville was his home during the pandemic, where a lot of good memories were made before addressing WWE BackLash. And you know what Cody's alluding to when he was with AEW during the pandemic, and they were running their weekly shows out of Daly's Place in Jacksonville every single week. That's what he's referring to. Cody says he didn't get to celebrate all the pomp and circumstances since he was preparing for his match with Brock Lesnar. Cody says that he discovered what Brock was made of because it was all over his fist. And let's see here, folks. Alright, let's see. Caller, you are on the air.
So I'm pretty sure you assume who this is by my voice because your racism. But do you know who this is?
Who is this?
It's Carlitos. You knew that. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Hunter. Here's the thing, Dark. I'm going to create my own channel, Beyond the Ring with Big C, Carlitos. And we're going to talk Lucha Libre. People who have actual talent. Okay? People who have actual talent. And that way we're going to sit here and listen to the bitching and the crying all night. That's it. That's what's wrong with you gringos. All you do is bitch and cry.
Hey, man. Hey. Get that Lucha Libre footage from Tijuana.
From what?
From Tijuana, get some Lucha Libre footage.
Oh, you said something else. Oh, sounds suspicious. Like POR.com or something like. No, remember, I'm in Houston, man, and now we got to deal with, like, you Americans, but there's some still good Americans out there who know what good quality content is.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I'm going to be watching Lucha Libre, Mr. Hands, and stuff like that, and then I'm going to do reviews on that.
What is Mr. Hands?
If you have to ask, you don't need to know.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will tell you this. Check me out on YouTube. It says Beyond the Ring with Big C, Carlitos. And we're going to do Lucha Libre, actual real wrestling with real talent.
I'm excited to see this, man.
I ain't going to do none of that bullshit. I'm just talking shit. I'm too damn lazy for all that.
Man, I was hoping to see some Lucha Libre.
Oh, dude, I'm too lazy for that, dude. I just wanted to hear your voice because you're my boy, homie. I ain't talked to you for a day or two.
Hey, man, it's cool. It's cool.
But it's Miguelitos, and I'll kick your ass later, I say.
All right, man, that sounds good.
All right, bro.
All right.
Adios, amigo.
Adios. Thanks for calling. Alright, guys. We had Carlitos. Carlitos. He called him. The legend himself, Carlitos. Always good to hear from Carlitos. That it is. So, let's see. Cody. He was talking about Brock. That he didn't get to celebrate all the pomp and circumstances since he was preparing for his match with Brock Lesnar. And Cody says he discovered what Brock Lesnar was made of because it was all over his fist. And then he brags about his win and then says now that Brock Lesnar's in the rearview mirror, it is clear what is next for him. The World Heavyweight Championship. Cody then calls for the bracket of the tournament to be pulled up as he makes his way to where the World Heavyweight title is sitting on the top of the rampway. And Cody says he intends to fight tooth and nail to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And Cody says he has the honor of calling for the tournament to begin. So, tournament begins, but what do you think happens when Cody calls for it to begin? Carlitos is always fun, Darth. Love Carlitos. Man, been friends with Carlitos now, I think, like 4 or 5 years now. It's been about that long. Yeah, it's been a while. Because I know it was before COVID. I know that. And I remember I was living at my old place yet. Before I got over here. Well, my old apartment, I should say. But, yeah, it's been about 4 or 5 years now. And Carlitos, he's a good dude, man. But after Cody calls for the tournament to begin, the music of Seth freaking Rollins hits, and Seth Rollins comes down dancing, and he stares down Cody. Cody stares down Seth, and Seth makes his way to the ring. So that's how we kick this thing off. It was already with some tension, teasing Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins again. But, I was already thinking, is it even possible? Is it even possible that they are going to, that they're going to wrestle tonight? Because I'm like, Cody could easily get screwed, by Brock Lesnar. Easily. And sure enough, that's what ended up happening. So let's see. Trying to find, okay. There we go. So I want to make sure. Got that. Alright. And I'll tell you what. Well, you know what? I'll wait till we get to that part of the show instead of jumping ahead. That's right. Alright, so we started this off. We go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. We head to a video recapping the match between Damian Priest and Bad Bunny at WWE BackLash. Back at ringside, Damian Priest heads down to the ring. Shinsuke Nakamura follows. And now we got Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a triple threat match in a first round match for the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Let's see, Lucha Libre is so much better. Carlitos, they do got good talent, man. The Lucha Libre got really good talent, I know that. Look at Rey Mysterio, one of the best Lucha Libres of all time, but yeah, he came up here to wrestle. The talent, yeah, they know how to tell the story in the ring too, that's for sure. Lucha Libre, man. Lucha Libre. Alright, the bell rings. Priest delivers a forearm to both Nakamura and Seth. He then fires off right hands on Seth before catching Nakamura with several stomps as Nakamura responds with an enziguri. And Seth sends him crashing to the outside. Seth and Nakamura then stare one another down. Nakamura delivers a knee to Seth's midsection and follows it up with a kick to his head. Nakamura rolls to the outside and Priest looks for a boot. Nakamura sends Priest colliding into the apron and then executes a running knee and a knee to the back of his head. We go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Seth and Priest, they go back and forth with forearms in the center of the ring as Seth gains the upper hand and delivers a knee, and then sends Nakamura face first in the middle turnbuckle. He ascends to the top and delivers a crossbody to both men. Priest and Nakamura both wind up on the outside, and Seth delivers a tope suicida to each man. He looks for a second one on Priest, but Priest delivers a right hand as he gets back in the ring and whips Nakamura into the corner, but Nakamura drapes him on the top turnbuckle before he ascends. to the top and delivers a flying knee. Seth rolls up Nakamura, but Nakamura kicks out. Priest delivers a right hand to Nakamura's jaw, but Seth looks for a springboard as Priest catches him with an elevated flatliner and looks to level Nakamura with one. But Nakamura is thinking the same thing, and the pair level each other with kicks. Seth then hits Priest with a super kick, and Nakamura then delivers a kick of his own to Seth. Nakamura looks to plant Seth, but Seth lands on his feet and hits a discus lariat as he ascends to the top, but Priest knocks him up and sets up for the Razor's Edge as Seth escapes and delivers a curb stomp and goes for a pin as Nakamura breaks the fall and begins exchanging right hands with Seth. Nakamura then plants Seth and sets up for the Kinshasa, but Priest levels him and tosses Seth out of the ring, and Nakamura locks in an ankle submission, but Seth breaks the hold with a splash off the top rope as Seth delivers a pedigree to Shinsuke Nakamura for the 1-2-3 and the pin of the win. Your winner, and this is the quarterfinals, and now your winner and moving on to the semifinals is indeed Seth freaking Rollins. So Seth freaking Rollins, he got the win. That's pretty cool shit. Expected he would. I mean, Seth's been doing damn good. Let's see, I slang in my white tee. I bang in my white tee. Tea all in the club, spitting game in my white tee. So Carlitos likes to wear his white tee and do a lot of different stuff in his white tee. There you go, man. There you go. I got my white tee on right here. I like to do podcasts in my white tee. But Seth freaking Rollins moves on to the semifinals of this tournament, guys. It was a great fucking match. I mean, this triple threat match I thought was really good. These guys clicked. They did a good job. I was for this match. I'm like, okay, that was good. I'm like, Raw's off to a good start. But then I think I spoke a little bit too soon. I really think I did. Because after that point, after the start of the show, is when we kind of had the tail off. We kind of had the tail off of the show where it kind of just started taking a nosedive and putting it down. And it really shouldn't surprise me. Oh, you're talking about me, Carlitos. Okay, hey man, thank you. I thought you were talking about you, but thank you. Yeah, I always got the white tee on, man, ready. Carlitos says he's naked, no white tee here. Oh, man. Yes, you're just totally in the buff. Carlitos is totally in the buff. Wait a minute. Does that mean when Carlitos called me, he was naked on the other end of the phone? I don't know now. What do I say to that? Oh, boy. Alright, so let's see. When I talk about these guys, because there's something with Imperium, next. And, the whole thing is, Imperium, they really haven't been looking that good. And the whole thing is now, see how boring the tag titles have been? Like, everybody wanted Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to become the tag team champions. Everybody. It's Houston, it's cool to be nude. I bet, man, because it fucking gets hot down there in Texas. It gets hot and humid down there, so I'm sure by now, yeah, it's probably hot as fuck. So I don't blame you. I do not blame you. But do you guys remember how everybody wanted, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to beat the Usos? Look at now that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are tag champs, how boring of a fucking title reign they're having. I mean, really, I like them. Don't get me wrong, I like them. But again, babyface champions. Their title reign is boring as fuck. It is boring. Period. That's why people are calling for Roman Reigns to lose the championship. You know how fucking boring it's going to be when a babyface beats Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns is no longer champion? God, WWE programming is going to take such a fucking hit. SmackDown and pay-per-views are going to take a huge hit. I don't even know why people want him to lose. It makes no fucking sense to me. Yeah, Triple H, I'm sure it's not his fault, Darth. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's all Vince McMahon. I would bank on it being Vince McMahon. Because there's no way Triple H is going to go out there and talk about Raw being the exclusive brand of the World Heavyweight Championship. Then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, we're going to have triple threat matches and SmackDown guys are going to be involved. It's like, who the fuck else would make a logic gap like that? Honestly. If you really think about it, Darth, who else would make that kind of a fucking logic gap? Vince definitely fucking had all the control in this. All of it. Yeah, no promotion can book a babyface champion. Not even really AEW. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's the way it's just babyfaces. It's just kind of it's not good for championships. It's just, I don't know. I wish the Usos were still the tag team champions, to be honest with you. I mean, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn now have been tag team champions for fucking 5 weeks. What have they done with them? I can't remember. Did they even defend the fucking championships yet? Or was it maybe against the Street Profits the night after WrestleMania? They have no feuds. They have no challengers to face. When they face somebody, it isn't even, they defended against the Usos in the rematch. That's right, I forgot. But besides the Usos, who else did they fucking defend against? What's going to happen when they don't have the Usos to face? The Usos are just so much better with the titles. And this is why people that want Roman Reigns to fucking lose the championship, you guys really better think what you're asking for. Yeah, Jon Moxley is an excellent babyface champion. And I don't even think Jon Moxley was full babyface back then. He was like an in-betweener. Jon Moxley. But what I have here, guys, I got some Fiji water here. We got the Fiji fact on the back. Right here. So, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this one tonight. The Fiji Water Foundation. The Fiji Water Foundation was created in 2007 with 2 goals. First, to support the communities where we live and work. Second, to preserve Fiji's natural beauty. Since then, we have funded initiatives that include providing clean water and health care, access to local communities, building educational facilities, and helping preserve the Salvi Basin rainforest because it's Earth's finest water. Damn right it is. Too bad WWE is not the world's finest wrestling company. I got some cookies, too, from Wonderful Neighbor tonight. Maybe I'll have a cookie on the air with you guys later. I don't know. Maybe. But I got some great cookies. I might share one of them with you guys on here tonight. And Mama T baked a cake tonight. We filmed it for her channel. Got 2 other videos that I gotta put together, and now this one, so I'll have 3 videos in the can for Mama T, which, you know, we'll probably put up maybe like one a week or one every couple weeks, and we'll get there. I just try to have a few put aside so that way there's content for her waiting, because there comes a time when we really don't have any content, you know, aside for a while, and then it's like we're forced to film something just to get something up within a couple weeks. So doing it this way, it kind of keeps that pressure off. Because don't forget, I'm running this YouTube channel all the time, and then with hers, I'm running hers too, so I'm basically running 2 channels here. But yeah, we'll get something up there for you guys. I gotta look at the other 2 videos that I got, and we'll do it. So yeah, we don't have babyface champs like we used to now. Austin was a perfect example of someone who was a babyface but didn't act like a babyface. Yeah, he was an in-betweener. He really wasn't a babyface. That's the thing. When you're talking pure babyface champion, see, that's the problem. I think that's the whole issue. And Cody's going to start getting pushed like John Cena, where he's going to be pushed down everybody's throat. And once he wins the championship from Roman, if it really would be at WrestleMania 40, that guy's going to be pushed down our throats every time we see him. He's already getting pushed down our throats and beating guys like Brock Lesnar. I mean, you know, Cody doesn't even have the championship yet, and they're shoving him down our throats. They're running a big risk of having everybody turn on Cody once he wins the championship, and that's probably what may happen. But we then head backstage. We see Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser parading around. Imperium runs into Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and KO and Sammy tell Imperium that they're in the middle of something. Kaiser and Vinci express their frustrations with feeling disrespected and tell Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to watch their backs and their undisputed tag team championships. Back at ringside, Alpha Academy and Maxine Dupree head to the ring, and you know, Alpha Academy, of course, is Otis and Chad Gable and Maxine Dupree. They all head to the ring. Mustafa Ali follows. So then we got Otis with Chad Gable and Maxine Dupree in his corner, going one-on-one with Mustafa Ali. This match fucking sucked. The bell rings, Ali locks in a sleeper hold, Otis quickly escapes, and then delivers a shoulder tackle and sets up for the gorilla press. Ali escapes before Otis catches him with a clothesline that turns him inside out. He delivers a splash in the corner and sets up for the caterpillar. Gable encourages him to land it, but Dupree tells him not to and tries talking him out of it. Otis then charges at Ali, but Ali ducks out of the way, and Otis is sent crashing into the ring post shoulder first. Ali then ascends to the top rope and delivers the 450 splash on Otis for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. So Otis beats Mustafa Ali. The match was shit, and that was that. The Miz heads down to the ring. Finn Balor and Cody Rhodes follow. We got Cody Rhodes versus Finn Balor versus The Miz in a triple threat match in a first round match for the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. The bell rings and Balor is sent to the outside. Miz then rolls up Cody, but Cody kicks out. Balor then rolls up The Miz, but Miz kicks out. Cody hits him with a side Russian leg sweep and then sends Miz crashing on top of him with a delayed vertical suplex. The action spills to the outside and Cody levels both men with a tope suicida. Go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. Cody delivers a missile dropkick to Balor and Miz off the top rope as he fires off right hands and kicks on Miz and Balor, and then delivers a right hand and a shoulder tackle to Balor. He then delivers a scoop power slam to The Miz before hitting a double Cody cutter on both men. He catches Balor with a disaster kick, but Miz comes back with a double DDT to Cody and Balor as Miz looks for the skull-crushing finale, but Cody clotheslines him to the outside as Balor delivers an elbow drop and a drop kick to Cody, and then ascends to the top and sets up for the coup de grace. Cody ducks out of the way, but The Miz sends him to the outside and delivers a skull-crushing finale to Balor as he goes for a pin, but Cody breaks the fall. Cody then sends Balor crashing to the outside and delivers the crossroads to The Miz, and then Miz tosses him out of the ring and goes for a pin, but Cody prevents him from doing so as he hits The Miz with 3 crossroads in a row and goes for a pin. Cody had the match won, but Brock Lesnar appears out of nowhere from under the ring and pulls Cody out of the ring, and then maybe he wasn't under the ring, maybe he came through the crowd, I don't know, but Brock pulls Cody out of the ring. Brock delivers an F5 to Cody on the floor, which allows Finn Balor to go up and hit the coup de grace on The Miz and get the 1, 2, 3 and the pin and the win, so your winner is Finn Balor. I'm like, wow. Like, we didn't see that coming, and you know what gave it all away? You know what gave all of this fucking away was this. Is that when a report came out earlier, Brock Lesnar reportedly being in Jacksonville, Florida for tonight's episode of WWE Monday Night Raw. And it says plans have changed and the Beast has come to Jacksonville. According to PW Insider Elite, Brock Lesnar is in town for tonight's edition of WWE Monday Night Raw at the ViStars Veterans Memorial Arena, fresh off of his loss to Cody Rhodes in the main event of the evening at WWE BackLash on Saturday night. Brock Lesnar was reportedly not scheduled for the program, but is now very much scheduled for the show. Tonight marks the beginning of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament, which will see 12 superstars from both Raw and WWE SmackDown compete for the newly revived belt. The newly christened free agent Brock Lesnar is not scheduled to take part in the tournament, but Cody is. He is reportedly taking on Finn Balor and The Miz in one of tonight's 2 tournament triple threat contests. It is very possible that Brock Lesnar will be looking for revenge, as the end of WWE BackLash and saw Cody take advantage of a double wrist lock, shifting the leverage for a sneaky roll-up pin on Brock Lesnar, as the bloody Brock Lesnar was, the bloody Brock Lesnar was surprised at the result of this, which saw him end BackLash fuming as Cody snuck away up the entry ramp. In the aftermath, fans immediately began speculating that Lesnar could show up on Raw to destroy Cody and take him out of the championship tournament, extending Cody's quest for world title gold and presumably setting up a rematch between the two at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw will be the first with the new rosters that were drafted over the course of both WWE Monday Night Raw and WWE Friday Night SmackDown at the beginning of the month. Multi-time World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar was able to negotiate a free agent status along with other free agents like Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, and Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania opponent, Omos. So once you heard that Brock Lesnar is going to be in Jacksonville, what the fuck did that tell you about this? I mean, come on. What the fuck did that tell everybody watching this show is going to happen? Seriously. When you read that, you already know Brock Lesnar's screwing Cody over. Period. Caboose. Good stuff. Okay. So after the match, Brock Lesnar delivers an F5 to Cody Rhodes through the announce table, which the piped in boos were fucking horrible. You hear all these boos and see the crowd not reacting to fucking thing number one. Number two, Brock Lesnar grabs a microphone and he mocks Cody Rhodes, and when he's mocking Cody Rhodes, you could barely hear him, and then they had to turn the volume down on the fucking microphone or turn the volume down on the fucking piped in boos and turn it up for Brock. I mean, you could catch that clear as day. But Brock mocks Cody by asking him what he wants to talk about. Brock then says he wants to talk about himself, as he tells Cody to look into his face and tells him that he wants to fight. So then Brock challenges Cody to a fight at Night of Champions and asks Cody what he has to say to that. Brock then leaves ringside as Adam Pearce and other officials check on Cody. We go to commercial, come back from the commercial break, we head backstage and we see Cody Rhodes being escorted to the medical area by an official. I mean, wow. People are shocked at this. Why? I mean, really. Okay, I don't get it, I just don't fucking get it. But yeah, Brock Lesnar, here's another story on it. Brock Lesnar attacks Cody Rhodes on WWE Monday Night Raw, wants a rematch at Night of Champions. It appears Cody Rhodes is not quite finished with Brock Lesnar after WWE BackLash during the triple threat match on WWE Raw. Between Cody Rhodes, Finn Balor, and The Miz, Brock Lesnar cost Cody Rhodes the match, but more than costing Rhodes an opportunity at the new World Heavyweight Championship, he put Rhodes through the announcer's table with an F5. Brock Lesnar mockingly asked Cody Rhodes, "What do you want to talk about?" and then asked him to look at his stitched up face, which Brock Lesnar, you could see the staples from here where he got cut, and then he had a black eye, next to it. Ultimately, Brock Lesnar challenged Cody Rhodes to a fight at the upcoming Night of Champions premium live event. The attack comes after Cody's victory over Brock at BackLash. During the match, Cody busted Brock's head wide open and found himself in the ring covered in Brock's blood. Eventually, Cody picked up the win by leveraging Brock Lesnar's Kimura lock into a pinfall. Brock's loss to Cody marked the first time that Brock has been pinned in a non-title match since his loss to Goldberg at Survivor Series in 2016. So that was 6.5 years ago. Additionally, Cody Rhodes joins the small number of superstars to have pinned Brock Lesnar since his return to the WWE in 2012. Though Cody Rhodes is out of the running to be the inaugural WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the tournament will continue on Friday's SmackDown, which will feature 2 triple threat matches. One between Edge, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio, which that's going to be fucking amazing. And another one between United States Champion Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Sheamus. Whoever emerges from that side of the bracket will face the representative from Raw in the tournament final for the new World Heavyweight title at Night of Champions. So, there you go. That's a little bit extra stuff for you. Let's see. What do I have? Let's see. There's news that just broke here, so maybe this was made official. Let's see. Cody Rhodes set to face Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar 2 is now official for the Night of Champions premium live event. The match was set up on this week's WWE Monday Night Raw, where Brock Lesnar cost Cody Rhodes a victory in his World Heavyweight Championship Tournament triple threat match against The Miz and Finn Balor. Just as Cody prepared to pin The Miz after nailing 3 consecutive crossroads, Brock Lesnar appeared out of nowhere and dragged Cody Rhodes to the outside of the ring before hitting him with a nasty F5 on the floor. Thereafter, Brock hit Cody with another F5, this time through the announce desk. After Brock's vicious beatdown of Cody, Brock grabbed the microphone and had a question for Cody. What do you want to talk about? Brock asked a helpless Cody, making a reference to Cody's catchphrase. And then he's like, look at my face, Cody. What do you want to talk about, Cody? I want to talk about me. Brock, who was sporting stitches and staples on his face, which he suffered from the match at BackLash, then told Cody that he got lucky in their first meeting in Puerto Rico. And the segment ended with Brock repeatedly yelling that he wanted to talk about a fight before challenging Cody to a rematch, with that being a fight. And then Brock says, what do you say to that, Rhodes? What do you got to say to that, Rhodes? Who is the coward now? Brock concluded before leaving the ringside area. Later that night, Cody Rhodes accepted Brock Lesnar's challenge in a backstage segment. Cody Rhodes says, and I quote, against all my better judgment, here's what I have to say. Let's fight. At Night of Champions, I accept, Cody said from the trainer's room. So Cody and Brock is indeed official. At Night of Champions, it appears Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar 2 will be a no-holds-barred contest, a no-holds-barred match, and not a conventional professional wrestling match. WWE's Twitter account is also promoting the match as a fight. So, Cody's gonna get another win over Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia. That's where this is leading to. I'll tell you that right now. That just seems, like the way it's gonna go. Alright. So now let's take a look after all this. Go to commercial, come back from the commercial break. We head backstage. We see Cody Rhodes being escorted in the medical area by an official. We go back at ringside. Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio head down to the ring, and then Dana Brooke comes out. I mean, really? Are you fucking kidding me? Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio in her corner going up against fucking Dana Brooke in a non-title match? You have to be fucking shitting me. I mean, really now? Rhea Ripley against Dana Brooke? What kind of fucking competition is that? I'm sorry, that's bullshit. That's a shit match. And it was a shit match. The bell rings, Dana Brooke delivers a drop kick. She fires off right and left hands, but Rhea Ripley responds with a headbutt. Dana Brooke delivered a modified bulldog and ascends to the top, but Rhea caught Dana and delivers a gutbuster. Rhea followed it up with a riptide and then locked in the prism trap, and Dana Brooke tapped out. And Rhea Ripley got the submission win, so your winner is Rhea Ripley in a fucking shit match. After the match, Rhea Ripley hits a second riptide on Dana Brooke and locked in the prism trap once again. Wow. I mean, it was alright seeing Dana Brooke get her fucking ass kicked because I can't stand her, but, what purpose did this make? None. None at all. This was fucking garbage. Sorry, but it was. Man, I mean, the women's division is looking fantastic. If this is what you got for your Raw Women's Champion to fucking, fight Dana Brooke in non-title matches, please, give me a complete fucking break here. Garbage. My God. And then what do you think happens when Rhea Ripley's doing this beatdown. Natalia's music hits, and Natalya appears. Rhea Ripley all of a sudden becomes intimidated and relinquishes the prism trap on Dana Brooke as Natalya heads down to the ring and hops inside. Both women stare one another down. So great, we're gonna have Natalya versus fucking Rhea Ripley at Night of Champions? I mean, why the fuck should I care? Really? Rhea Ripley's gonna wipe the floor with Natalya. What else is new? They just want to put Natalya in there to try to give Rhea Ripley a good match. More than likely it'll be in Saudi Arabia because it's Night of Champions. So, you know, they're like, oh, let's give her Natalya. Yeah, like, I think Natalya's gonna beat Rhea Ripley. No way. No way. So that whole match, that whole fucking segment, all that was complete and utter fucking garbage. These last two matches, it's like Vince McMahon is doing a damn good job booking this show, let me tell you. Hunter, I would have preferred Zoe Stark and Rhea Ripley too over fucking Dana Brooke. I mean, really. Dana Brooke is horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't understand how people out there actually like Dana Brooke. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Dana Brooke has done absolutely nothing. Nothing. She's horrible. She sucks. Don't get it at all, man. I don't get it. But yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's see here. What do we got now? What happened after this bullshit? Because this is garbage. Goes from bullshit to more bullshit. So much for WWE fucking building up potential challengers for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It's like, no, let's just put them in the ring now and squash them. You know? And then what's the point of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn even fucking facing Imperium for the tag titles after this? I mean, come on. Vince McMahon is booking this shit. There's no way Triple H would do this shit. Oh, Hunter, yeah, people on Twitter that say, give Dana Brooke a chance. Give her a chance for what? I mean, really, give her a chance to what? Waste our fucking time on television not caring? It's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. So many of these fans, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't. They don't get it. They don't understand. Just like this shit. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Imperium of Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci in just a fucking non-title tag team match. Okay. Yeah, but you wanted Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to be tag champs, right? They mean nothing hanging over their shoulders. Nothing at all. They're just fucking, they're like props. Sitting on baby faces, but oh yeah, they had a great moment beating the Usos at WrestleMania though, but look at how good they're doing now. The tag team division's really in the shitter. That's why these people are like, oh, I want Roman to lose the Undisputed Championship. Really now, you do. You want Roman to lose the championship. God, this company's gonna be up fucking shit creek without a paddle once Roman loses that championship. Telling you that right now. Sami Zayn and Ludwig Kaiser begin the action and the bell rings and they both lock up. They go back and forth with submission holds before Sami dumps Kaiser to the outside as Vinci tags in and delivers an uppercut, but Sami sends him face first into the middle turnbuckle as he ascends to the top. But Kaiser knocks him off. Kaiser then tags in and delivers a right hand to Sami as he fires off several stomps. and tags Vinci back in. Imperium then double teams Sammy, or then double teams on Sammy, and they gloat. We go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Sammy makes the hot tag to KO. KO fires off some right hands and stomps on Kaiser, and then delivers a right hand to his head and a back body drop, as he follows it up with an inverted atomic drop and a clothesline, as he ascends to the top and delivers a swanton bomb, and then goes for a pin. Vinci breaks up the fall and tags in, as Vinci continues to wear down KO, and then tags Kaiser back in. Kaiser then delivers an enziguri, but KO levels him. Vinci tags in, and KO lands a super kick on Sammy, and then tags in and delivers, or KO lands a super kick, and then Sammy tags in and delivers a haluva kick for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. So your winners are Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So here's the whole point. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are already basically buried Imperium, so what's the point of them having a future tag team title match in the future? Because WWE didn't build it up. They had a little fucking confrontation backstage, and then they did a match out there in the ring and basically squashed Imperium. So what's even the fucking point anymore? There is no goddamn point. There really isn't. Seriously. Let's see, Imperium is Triple H's guys. He would never bury them against the tag champs. This is definitely a Vince McMahon move. He doesn't know who Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser is. Yeah, exactly. Vince doesn't know shit about anybody from NXT. That's already been said. Yeah. That's exactly what this shit is. This is not Triple H booking. Mama T, can you grab me a cookie?
The double chocolate, peanut butter, and walnut. Nice. Cookies. Cookies? It's hard to get in there.
It's right there.
I'll have to show, but yeah, just have one. Double chocolate peanut butter walnut. She said she wanted.
There it is.
Hey, Hunter, how are you?
There it is.
Cookie. I made a cake tonight. Hard to see these, but that's alright. I had one. That was a 2. One. How you doing, Hunter? Yeah, are you out of school? You used to put in, you didn't come in, you were in school. Is that funny or not? That's pretty good, huh?
Both those napkins fell.
Oh my goodness. Hunter. I'm good. What age for you?
How about you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks. Doing all right. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
That's a damn good cookie.
I like cookies and milk, though. You know, if I have cookies and water, it doesn't, you know, not really good. Cookies and milk. Let's see.
Oh, I tried the Monster Energy Alcohol Hunter at when I went to a WrestleMania party for night 2 of WrestleMania. Because I went to 2 different places for both nights of WrestleMania. The Scary Berry one on the Monster Energy Alcohol, that's the best one.
That sounds good. Scary berry.
But yeah, when I get all of it, I can try that shit on stream for sure. We'll do something. We'll figure something out. I got a bunch of beer reviews I gotta do, but I'm waiting on Mama T. Because I probably got like almost 20 beers. And sodas. And sodas. So we got stuff. But yeah, I'll figure something out. Lately, during the summer now, I've been drinking Fireball and Pepsi. Man, is it good. Alright, but yeah, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, they win. And this whole thing was bullshit. I mean, I didn't really enjoy the match because I felt Imperium got buried. They kind of got squashed here and didn't do anything for me. But anyway. Okay, there we go. Well, this is fucking terrible. We head backstage and we see Sonya Deville and that no good, lousy fucking cunt Chelsea Green getting signatures for a petition. They run into Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, and Indy Hartwell. They explain that they are petitioning to get a rematch for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships as Johnny Gargano, Candice LeRae, and Indy Hartwell. They pass the petition around. Indy Hartwell asks an unseen person next to her what they think. The camera pans over to Dexter Lumis. Dexter Lumis gives Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green a thumbs down. Thank God. You know what? Chelsea Green deserves to get fucking fired. That would be the best. You know what? If Vince McMahon could give me a fucking Christmas present in 2023 at the end of the year, Vince, please fire that no good, miserable fucking bitch, Chelsea Green. That would be amazing. Back at ringside, Nikki Cross heads down to the ring. Zoe Stark follows. I mean, it was cool to see Zoe Stark, but I mean, this match fucking sucked. You know, what did this match do? Zoe Stark versus Nikki Cross. Ooh. The bell rings. Zoe Stark slaps Nikki Cross as she delivers a knee to her midsection and fires off several stomps and sends Nikki Cross into the top turnbuckle face first as she then delivers a clothesline, but Nikki hits a kick to her knee and then follows it up with a kick to her face as she delivers a splash in the corner and sets up for the tornado DDT. But Zoe Stark gets out of the way and delivers a super kick as she follows it up with the the Z360 for the 1-2-3 and the pin and the win. Zoe Stark wins, but you know, she looked great, but it was basically a squash. Nikki Cross sucks. There was no interest in this shit. Did nothing for me at all. You know, Zoe Stark wrestles her first match as a member of WWE's Raw roster. Former WWE NXT standout Zoe Stark made her dominant main roster run on this week's WWE Monday Night Raw, defeating Nikki Cross in a match that lasted less than 3 minutes. Zoe Stark showed off her physical prowess during the match, throwing Nikki around the ring and countering her every move. Towards the end, Nikki Cross attempted a tornado DDT only to be caught midair by Stark, who proceeded to hit Nikki with the Z360 finishing maneuver for the pinfall victory. Earlier in the night, Zoe Stark ran into Nikki Cross in the backstage area as she declared her intentions to dominate the Raw Women's division. She says, and I quote, "I'm amazing at what I do," Zoe Stark told Byron Saxton. "I have nothing but complete confidence in my ability. These other women," end quote. At this time, Zoe Stark walked over to Nikki Cross and mocked Nikki Cross for being a weirdo. And Zoe Stark then says, and I quote, "This is why I'm going to succeed. There's nothing but weirdos like her here," you know, meaning Nikki Cross. End quote. The segment set up Zoe Stark's Raw debut against Nikki Cross, which is noted she walked away from with a victory. The backstage promo and match seemed to suggest that WWE's creative teams had big plans for Zoe Stark going forward. Fans on social media believe that Zoe Stark is best suited to portray a bully character something she showed signs of during her rivalry against Nikita Lyons on the NXT brand. As such, fans could witness Zoe Stark bullying more members of the WWE Monday Night Raw Women's Division in the coming weeks. Zoe Stark has impressed a lot of old heads and wrestling veterans since signing with the WWE in 2021. Most recently, Mark Henry earmarked Zoe Stark as a future champion, comparing her to all-time greats such as Jazz, Bret Hart, and the Iron Sheik for her no-nonsense approach and ability to get physical in the ring. So that sounds pretty good for Zoe Stark. Gunther will make his WWE Monday Night Raw debut next week. Gunther, the longest reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion of the modern era, is set to make his WWE Monday Night Raw debut next week. On next week's Raw, Gunther's Imperium stablemates Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, had an encounter with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in the backstage area, which led to Kaiser delivering the news of Gunther's imminent debut. However, KO mocked Imperium and refused to take them seriously. KO said, and I quote, "Are these like Gunther's henchmen, like the Usos are to Roman?" KO asked Sammy, as Vinci and Kaiser looked on. And then continuing here, "What's with everyone having henchmen around here? Can anybody do anything themselves?" End quote from Kevin Owens. The segment then set up an impromptu match between the two teams, which Imperium lost. Despite their Raw debut loss, Imperium seems primed to make an impact on Raw going forward, as the segment also possibly set up a future rivalry between Imperium and the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Gunther, currently at 331 days and counting in his Intercontinental title reign, is less than 100 days away from surpassing Macho Man Randy Savage's 414-day Intercontinental title reign, which is actually 83 days away, which was set in 1986. Then the Honky Tonk Man's 454-day Intercontinental title reign still tops the list for the longest reigning Intercontinental champions in history, which would mean Gunther is 124 days away from breaking that record. He's 84 days away from passing Macho Man. He's 124 away from passing the Honky Tonk Man. So, for what it's worth, these were the longest reigning Intercontinental champions in history. Now, for what it's worth, Gunther would surpass that record by holding on to the title until the end of 2023. Besides Gunther's debut, the confirmed lineup for next week's Raw includes Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz, and a title defense for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who will face the winners of Damage Control, Dakota Kai and Bayley, versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville match, set for Friday's WWE SmackDown. It's like, are you fucking serious? Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. It's like, get that fucking bitch off of television, for God's sakes. Anyway, show didn't get any better. Zoe Stark wins. Match wasn't good. It was a good showing for Zoe Stark, but who gave a fuck? We then head to backstage to a video confrontation between Dominic Mysterio and Xavier Woods. So great, we got Dominic Mysterio and Xavier Woods for later on tonight. Yay! Said nobody ever. Nobody. Let's see. What did Hunter say? I can see what they are trying to do, but Zoe Stark should fight someone more credible. Exactly, Hunter. It was K360, now it's Z360. Interesting. Zoe Stark is a good striker with a kick. She is. She's very good. I gotta give her credit there, but yeah, I mean, what the fuck they're doing, with this Nikki Cross shit, I don't understand it. And believe me, the show just got worse. one of the worst fucking segments of the entire night. And it involved Becky Lynch. Go figure. But it's because Trish Stratus is so bad as a fucking heel. I mean, my God. If people think that Trish Stratus is good as a heel, I don't know what you guys look for in your heel wrestlers, because Trish Stratus is fucking garbage as a heel. I love Trish, but as a heel, Trish is fucking terrible. I mean, bad. Really bad. How would I book Zoe Stark versus Chelsea Green? I'd have Zoe Stark fucking break each of her arms, then each of her legs, and then fucking shove her head in the toilet and flush it a few times, and then fucking throw her out the back door in a crumpled heap where she can't get up. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Chelsea Green's a fucking real-life piece of shit. Really. I mean, for real, she is. Return of Trish Stratus promoted for tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw. This is how we knew we were going to get the horrible heel Trish. With the 2023 WWE Draft complete, new rosters have been set in stone and taken effect, which means that WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus... it would be real Impact Wrestling, utter real Impact Wrestling. Oh, man. But, new rosters have been set in stone and have taken effect, which means that WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus will return to Raw. WWE announced that Trish Stratus will be on hand and at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida for the first Raw with the new rosters. Trish Stratus recently returned to the WWE alongside friend and rival Lita to aid Becky Lynch against Damage Control, only for Trish to betray Becky and Lita, and even attacking her fellow WWE Hall of Famer, Lita, selling her own villainous path in recent weeks. Trish said that she returned to WWE because she is always trying to prove herself to her own harshest critic, herself, opting not to come back for any kind of victory lap, but instead a story that will challenge herself and her fans, which her recent heel turn has clearly provided. Chelsea Green versus Brock Lesnar. Oh my God, I'd love to see that. Brock could fucking do whatever he wants. I'd love to see him fucking take her to Suplex City and F5 City and every kind of city you can think of. That would be great. That would be... Now that right there, Hunter, that's such good shit, pal. Will the fans be intrigued by it, Trish asked, in a recent interview. Will it tell something different that we have told before? A story that is different than we have told before. Trish's current rival Becky Lynch has been off of television for some time now, after the post-match attack from Trish, following Trish and Becky losing the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. There are reportedly missing posters being drafted for Trish, who was also drafted to Raw as part of the WWE draft outside of the storyline. Becky has been reportedly dealing with an undisclosed foot injury. There had initially been speculation that her absence could have to do with her contract, but it reportedly doesn't expire until 2024. So, that's what we got on the Trish Stratus coming back tonight. Yeah, Darth, when you go to fucking Fish, you should use Chelsea Green as bait. That'd be pretty good for you. Although Fish probably wouldn't even want to fucking nibble on her ass, because she's such a miserable cunt. Chelsea Green. Let's see. Because my name's Hunter, I'll talk to the other Hunter in creative and we'll get it set up. There you go, Hunter. Thank you. Oh my god. If they fucking do that, man, oh my god, they better not. Hunter, if they'd be that stupid and creative, then I would say I'd never watch WWE ever again. That's what I'd be swearing them off for good at that point. Yeah, new undisputed champion, Roman's 1 day shy from Bruno Sammartino's record. Oh my god. Yeah. That would be the fucking worst. Just so Roman can't break the record. Oh my god. So, go to commercial, come back from the break. Trish Stratus heads down to the ring. We hear from Trish Stratus. Great, I want to hear another fucking terrible Trish Stratus promo. Trish points to her shirt that features a missing poster of Becky Lynch and asks if anyone has seen her. Trish says she's worried about her, but she will likely be found in a corner of Ireland, as Trish says Becky will not be coming to Raw because it is her show and no one will steal her spotlight. I'm like, Trish, shut the fuck up. I mean, really, just shut the fuck up. This was garbage. Becky's music hits, but Becky herself doesn't appear. Trish starts to laugh and calls fans gullible for thinking it was Becky, as Trish tells a story about a doll that she bought for her daughter, and Trish says her daughter wanted to name the doll Becky Lynch because she was pretty. But before she can continue, Becky's music hits once again. I'm like, something's gotta end this because this is fucking horrible. Trish talking about baby dolls and her daughter wanting to name it Becky Lynch. I couldn't handle this shit. So Becky's music hits once again. Becky appears behind Trish and clocks her with a right hand. Becky follows it with an uppercut and a back splitter suplex as Becky grabs the microphone and tells Trish if she wants her, then she's right here. Sounds like something out of a fucking porno. If you want me, I'm right here. The fuck is that? Should be if you want to fight, let's go. Oh, if you want me, I'm right here. God, Vince McMahon is fucking writing perverted shit again just because he wants to hear about women wanting each other so he can pretend of some kind of fucking girl-on-girl porn shit. Because Vince McMahon's a sick fuck. And then, while he's thinking of girl-on-girl porn stuff, he probably has Bruce Pritchard tickling his fucking balls underneath his desk. I don't know. Or he's watching Omos fucking stand face-to-face with Brock Lesnar in the back and getting a hard-on and jacking himself off. I don't know. I really don't know. But see how frustrating it is when Vince McMahon possibly has a hand in doing the garbage that he did? I mean, for real. And then Chelsea Green breaks the record, holds it for 10 plus years. Hunter, you're making my feelings about this show and this company even that much worse, man. I mean, really now, what the fuck? I mean, you got a twisted mind, man, to think of that shit. Oh, my God. Oh, man. But anyway, what the fuck do I even have left here? Xavier Woods heads down to the ring. Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley follow. Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley in his corner against Xavier Woods. The bell rings, both men lock up, they go back and forth with submissions before Xavier Woods delivers the dropkick and fires off several right hands. He delivers a series of stomps and follows it up with right hands, but Dominic dumps him out of the ring as Rhea Ripley's laughing at him. We go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Dominic delivers a forearm and the Three Amigos as Xavier Woods responds with a series of chops and forearms. And he then follows it up with a clothesline and a shoulder to his midsection and then delivers a tornado DDT and trips Dominic on the apron before draping him across the top rope and delivering a drop kick. He climbs up to the top and looks for an elbow drop, but Rhea Ripley pulls Dominic out of the way. Dominic then rolls up Xavier Woods for the 1-2-3 and the pin in the win. Your winner is Dominic Mysterio. Wow. So Dominic needed help from his mommy again to win. This match had no story, no build. I have no idea why the fuck they're fighting. They had some kind of bullshit backstage segment, but still, what are they fighting for? You know, really. And then the fact that Dominic can't win on his own, I mean, the match wasn't that bad, but it wasn't fucking good either. Yeah, where is fucking Jeff Brooks when we need him? That's a good question. Yeah, you know what, Darth, you're right. Vince doesn't use a sock. Unfortunately, Vince uses paralegals. Remember? That's who Vince was having a fucking affair with. A paralegal that worked for WWE. Vince McMahon don't use socks. He uses paralegals because he's a sick man. WWE hit me up for new WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship plans for Chelsea Green. What the fuck? WWE is returning to Buffalo, New York soon, where Jeff Brooks is from. Hey, maybe that's when we'll get him. Maybe he will return as an enhancement talent for Veer. Or, he will return as an enhancement talent first for Veer, not for Omos. I'd be down for that. Let's see a Jeff Brooks Omos match in Buffalo, New York. Let's do it. Hopefully they do that. You know what? I'd be on board. Go to commercial. Back from the break. We head backstage to Shinsuke Nakamura and The Miz. The Miz tells Nakamura that he should have listened to him last week because Raw is not the same as SmackDown, as he appeals to him once again and asks them to team up, and Nakamura declines The Miz's offer, opting instead to challenge him to a match next week. So we got The Miz versus Shinsuke Nakamura next week. So what that tells me is I know what time I'm going to be taking a shit next Monday night. Because as long as The Miz is in a match, that goes to tell you about the time when you're ready to go take a shit. Because Miz matches suck. Nothing against Nakamura, but he's facing The Miz. So that means it's time to take a fucking shit next week when The Miz is on television. We head backstage to Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. The miserable bitch is still at it. You know, they're looking over the signatures on their petition. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan walk in and tell Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green that if they wanted a rematch for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, all they had to do was ask. And Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez then signed the petition, so I guess there's going to be some kind of fucking rematch. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Because either way, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are going to win, so what the fuck does it matter? Nothing. From a year ago where nobody knew who he was, and then he all of a sudden became the hottest sensation overnight. That's true. The real reason why they use piped-in crowd noise because they are covering up the "We Want Jeff Brooks" chants. Maybe. Even Doc says maybe Jeff Brooks will get the upset and be the new Action Andretti. I'd be for that too. Alright guys, are you ready? Because it is now time for the main event of the evening for WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. We go back at ringside. Finn Balor heads to the ring. Seth freaking Rollins follows. And now we got a main event match of the evening. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor in a semifinals match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. The bell rings and both men lock up. They go back and forth with submission holds before Seth delivers his shoulder to Balor's midsection as Balor fires back with a drop kick and clotheslines Seth out of the ring and then joins him. Seth hits a sling blade and tosses Balor back in the ring, but Balor executes a series of knees to his head as he goes to get back in the ring, as he then powerbombs him into the barricade. And, then we go to commercial. We come back from the commercial break. Seth fires off several chops as he hits a clothesline and a super kick and then executes a second clothesline as he ascends to the top and goes flying, but Balor rolls him up. Seth kicks out and Balor locks in an arm submission as Seth escapes and Balor catches him with a sling blade. Seth fires back with a super kick and knocks Balor out of the ring. He follows him out there, and the two men then send one another face first into the ring apron as Seth tosses Balor back in the ring and delivers a rolling elbow and then follows it up with a kick. Balor ascends to the top, but Seth meets him up there and rolls through as he looks for another suplex. But Balor escapes and plants him, and he then just fires off several stomps on Seth in the corner, Balor does, and then delivers a drop kick. And ascends to the top as Balor looks for the coup de grace, but Seth rolls out of the way. Seth delivers a pedigree and looks for the curb stomp, but Balor rolls out of the way. Seth then delivers an inverted curb stomp, as Balor was sitting up, and Seth did like a curb stomp to Balor's face, on the front of his face, and then Balor turned over and went to try to get up, and Seth followed that up with the real curb stomp for the 1, 2, 3 and the pin and the win. Your winner is Seth freaking Rollins. After the match, Seth Rollins celebrated and everything else, and Raw went off the air, and everybody was singing Seth's song. Everybody was happy, and people were just loving it. People were loving it. They were digging it because Seth freaking Rollins advances to the finals in the WWE World Heavyweight Title Tournament. Following his victory over Finn Balor on WWE Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins advanced to the final of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Tournament at the Night of Champions Premium Live event. Seth Rollins will face off against the WWE SmackDown star who emerges from that side of the tournament bracket. Friday's pair of triple threat matches are set up, with AJ Styles, Edge, and Rey Mysterio making up one of them in the other match, consisting of United States Champion Austin Theory, the almighty Bobby Lashley, and Sheamus. I'm predicting we'll get Bobby Lashley and Edge, or Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles, and then either Edge or AJ Styles will win. And we'll either get Seth Rollins AJ Styles or Seth Rollins Edge at Night of Champions. Now, the winner of those two matches will face off and determine Seth Rollins' opponent at Night of Champions to crown the inaugural WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor's semifinal match was perhaps their second most important match, with their first coming in 2016 at SummerSlam, which was to crown the inaugural WWE Universal Champion, as Balor ultimately came out on top in that match, but suffered a shoulder injury and had to vacate the title, as the spot that injured Balor was called back to in their match tonight. Before getting in the ring with Balor, Seth had to win a triple threat match against Shinsuke Nakamura and Damian Priest, neither of whom have ever held a world championship in the WWE. The whole thing is, in a recent, if you guys remember, Wrestling Inc. survey conducted on Twitter, the vast majority of respondents thought that Seth Rollins should be the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion. In the poll, Seth Rollins beat Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, and Brock Lesnar with a sizable majority of votes. With Seth's victory over Balor tonight, he's one step closer to becoming the inaugural WWE World Heavyweight Champion. If we look at this directly, 59.4% of fans believe that Seth Rollins should win WWE's new world title. The numbers don't lie, and they spell inaugural WWE World Heavyweight Champion for Seth Rollins in a poll conducted on the Wrestling Inc. Twitter page. on who should be the first to hold the new championship. 59.4% of the 928 respondents voted for Seth freaking Rollins. In a distant second place at 17.7% was the winner of the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble match, Cody Rhodes. And then he was followed by Finn Balor and Brock Lesnar, who Finn Balor got 16.3% and then Brock Lesnar got 6.7% of the votes respectively. Seth Rollins' spot at the top of our poll is no shocker, as Seth Rollins, the Grand Slam champion, has been widely considered a favorite for the new World Heavyweight title. Seth holds up as the betting favorite for the title and has been named a top choice for the title by much of the wrestling community on the night Paul Triple H Levesque unveiled the new championship. Seth delivered a passionate promo and some verbal barbs for undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns when he said that the new championship meant more than politics and part-timers. On Friday at a press conference promoting the upcoming BackLash Premium Live event, Levesque broke down the details of the upcoming tournament to crown the inaugural champion, or inaugural World Heavyweight Champion, as the tournament will feature 2 3-way triple threat matches from each brand on Raw and SmackDown, and it's hard to imagine that Seth Rollins will not be in either of Raw's triple threat matches on Monday, as those matches on either brand, after those matches on either brand, the winners will face off and ultimately face the winner from the opposing brand at the Night of Champions Premium Live event on May 27th. So yeah, guys, that's everything. That's everything I got. So I hope that you guys, enjoyed that. Let's see, what did Hunter say? Let's see, there's no such thing as a main event if Jeff Brooks isn't in it. Raw was super cringe tonight, Dart says tonight, excluding the Seth Rollins parts. The title of the live stream in Buffalo will be Monday Night Raw, July 5th, 2023. A legend has returned. The GOAT is back. The hottest sensation has returned. Jeff Brooks is back. I don't know the actual date for the show, but I know it's in the summer. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he'll get there. Seth Rollins versus Jeff Brooks, Night of Champions for the World Heavyweight title. 67% of the vote picks Jeff Brooks over 33% for Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Here's a little interesting piece of news to end the show on before I rate Raw tonight. WWE's Joaquin Wilde created the original Ring of Honor logo. Did you guys know that? Because I didn't know that. Here's a fun fact that the original Ring of Honor logo was designed by a current WWE star. The LWO's Joaquin Wilde was a 15-year-old when the then upstart Ring of Honor announced a contest inviting fans to create the logo for the new promotion. It was the prize in offering it was the prize in the offering 5 free wrestling tapes that drew Joaquin Wilde's interest. Back in those days, Joaquin Wilde says, and I quote, "Back in those days, VHS tape trading was a big thing, and I was very much a tape trader." Wilde told the Out of Character podcast, "I was like, 5 free tapes? That's like $100 worth of tapes." According to Wilde, his younger brother was passionate about graphic design from a very young age, so much so that he spent his 12th birthday money on purchasing Photoshop. When the Ring of Honor opportunity came about, I went to my brother and said, "You have to make this logo. We have to win these tapes." So my brother made a logo, and just to give myself a better chance of winning, I made one too. I was not as good as him at Photoshop, but I was okay. I came up with the logo and even the slogan, "We don't imitate, we innovate." We sent both logos to the contest. Joaquin Wilde continued, and would you believe it? I won. It was the one and only time I beat my brother in an artistic endeavor. Besides the much-desired 5 free wrestling tapes, Joaquin Wilde also got a letter granting him a lifetime supply of free tickets to all Ring of Honor shows. Even now, if I wanted tickets to a show, I could probably get them, Joaquin Wilde concluded. Wilde sustained his claim by sharing a printout of him being announced as the winner of the Ring of Honor contest as seen below. And, yeah, it's amazing shit. Like, Joaquin Wilde tweeted out, the things I find in my mom's house. A printout of an RF video website update from 2002 written by Gabe Sapolsky announcing that 15-year-old Michael Paris had just won the contest to design a logo for their new wrestling promotion, Ring of Honor. That was all the way back then, folks. All the way back then. Let's see, what's up, Omar? Seth freaking Rollins for World Heavyweight Champion? I think we're gonna get it. So, on a scale of 1 to 10 tonight, the only really good match that we had, the only good match that we really had tonight was the first match and the last match. Brock ruined the other triple threat. But the match at the beginning of the show with Damian Priest, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, very good. The main event with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, very good. So those two matches definitely were amazing. But everything else in between on this show tonight fucking sucked. There was nothing of substance. So, to start off your first Raw with exclusive rosters, I'm going to say WWE didn't really do that great of a job. They're going to get below average tonight. I'm going to say WWE Monday Night Raw for Monday, May 8th, 2023. This Monday Night Raw gets a 4 out of 10. Definitely below average. They got to step it up. This definitely felt like more of a Vince McMahon booked show than anything, rather than Triple H. 4 out of 10. Oh, the rest of the show was worse than mid-Darth. Yeah, those two matches were it. Without those two matches on the show would have been a 1 easily. There you go. Caboose, 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 caboose. I wish it was actual booze in here. It would make me feel better. But anyways, guys. Yeah, so there you go. That's going to do it for me right here on this episode of Beyond the Ring with Big T right here today. So thank you for tuning on in. I had a great time tonight. And I will see all you guys next time. And yes, there will be a next time for me right here on Beyond the Ring with Big T. That'll be for your AEW Dynamite coverage on Wednesday for the review results show live on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. So join me here Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite. And don't forget us and we won't forget you. And of course, if you want the best, and yes, I do mean the absolute best for all of your professional wrestling needs, right here on the internet and right here on YouTube.com today. Always remember to think Beyond the Ring with Big T. And then, of course, everybody, don't forget to leave your likes, leave your comments, hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. Show some love to the channel. Let's keep the channel growing and keep the numbers going onward and upward. Love and appreciate all you guys. But yeah, thank you very much for, watching and listening to your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today. Monday, May 8, 2023. And then, of course, everybody, I think, Wednesday night will be a much better night when we see a lot of great stuff from AEW that we'll really be able to sink our teeth into. Friday night on SmackDown, I think we're going to see an amazing main event, at least a triple threat with Edge, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio. I mean, I'm fucking pumped for that, so that's going to be some good shit. Some really good shit. So, now that will be such good shit, pal. See, sometimes Vince McMahon and his words come in handy. Because that's going to be special. That's going to be a special match, I'm telling you. People are going to be blown away by it. They really will be. I know I'm going to be. And I think you guys will be too. I do. It's going to be an amazing, amazing match. As far as the show on SmackDown, I don't know. Roman will be there, but we'll see, how this is all going to turn out. But I'm telling you right now, that's going to lead to a very promising main event on Friday night. So I'll be watching intently. I will be watching that very intently, without a doubt. And let's see. Impact Wrestling has actually grown. See, this is why I'm very glad that that I have all the wrestling networks that I do, because you get to watch them grow. And Impact Wrestling is holding its first event in Australia, I see. But, I guess if you guys remember Ted DiBiase Jr., he's in some trouble that I didn't know about. Because it says a June trial for former WWE star Ted DiBiase Jr. is expected to be delayed. So let's see. It says, according to the federal government, Ted DiBiase Jr. did about 13 things wrong in what is being called the largest public embezzlement case in the history of Mississippi, in the state of Mississippi. Yeah, in the history of the state of Mississippi. Ted DiBiase Jr., who's a former WWE World Tag Team Champion, was formally charged with stealing millions of dollars in federal funds last month. But according to PW Insider and court records, the federal government has filed to delay DiBiase's trial, citing more time needed in the extensive discovery period. As the United States works to build its case against Ted, his brother Brett DiBiase, and his father, WWE Hall of Famer, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. The trial was initially set to begin on June 20th, and both parties are currently working on a timetable. The DiBiase family, I guess, was part of a scheme that saw Mississippi's temporary assistance for needy families, or TANF, defrauded of more than $77 million in misused welfare funds. Ted's brother Brett has already pled guilty to fraud, and the family has been ordered to repay the misspent welfare money. DiBiase Jr. received millions in welfare funds, initially saying the money was being spent by two nonprofit organizations, both of which he either owed or was a majority owner of, on anti-poverty measures. But a federal indictment alleges DiBiase Jr. used that money to put down a payment on a house, as well as to buy a boat and other undisclosed vehicles. Another undisclosed vehicle. The various charges mean that Ted DiBiase Jr. could see as much as 45 years in prison, though any possible penalties would likely be able to be served concurrently if a judge should so rule. 45 years, I mean, you could, if it would really stick, that's basically a life sentence for him, DiBiase Jr., because he's got to be wanting his 30s now, I would think. Or 40? I don't know. But yeah, that's some crazy shit right there. Let's see, Lisa says, see you for AEW on Wednesday night. Always a pleasure. Hashtag justice for pretty. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. I see the smiling face with the halo and the kitty emoji, the paws, the doves. Thank you. What are these over here? Snails? Lisa put in some snails after that too, so there we go. Good stuff. Alright, guys. So we'll see what happens with Ted DiBiase Jr., but it's some pretty crazy shit. And then, as far as Impact Wrestling announced its first ever shows in Australia. I will be watching them, because I have their network. Impact Wrestling is set to make its debut down under this summer. Impact Wrestling announced that it will be coming to Wagga Wagga, New South Wales, Australia for the Impact Down Under tour on June 30th and July 1st at the Equex Centre. The two shows will be funded in part by the New South Wales government as part of its #VisitWagga campaign. The tweet promises 4 days of activities and 2 marquee wrestling shows. There is no word on whether the shows will be taped for Impact's, weekly Impact television show on Access TV, or broadcast in some other capacity, if at all. Impact Wrestling has done many international shows in the past, including numerous tapings in the United Kingdom, as well as a landmark taping in India in 2017. As it stands, the Impact Down Under tour is set to take place on the road to Slammiversary, which is set for July 15th in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, as Impact recently received a spike in interest as it signed former WWE SmackDown Women's Champion Trinity Fatu, formerly known as Naomi, as her first pro wrestling booking since she left WWE in 2022 alongside Mercedes Moné over frustrations with the WWE Women's Tag Team division, as the two women were Women's Tag Team Champions at the time and abandoned their titles in protest over the direction of the division. As it stands, Impact's next major show will be Under Siege at the end of the month, where Steve Maclin will defend his newly won Impact World Heavyweight Championship against former Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion PCO. Wow. Some awesome shit right there for Impact. So, yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed that there. Just wanted to throw that in, give you guys a little something extra to go home on, and I'm glad I did, because Lisa ended up putting some comments in, and that always makes it a better time. So, yeah, but anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching and listening to your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today, Monday, May 8th, 2023. And then we'll be back on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite coverage. And we'll see what they got in store for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday night when we get there. So, should be interesting. AEW usually always gives us a good show. So, again, 4 out of 10 for WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. Definitely falling way below the mark. Did not do good tonight at all. 4 out of 10. It was just awful. Awful, awful, awful. Well, not awful, but not good. You know, just not good to just bad. Yeah, below average. But anyway, thank you very much for watching your WWE Monday Night Raw review and results show for today, Monday, May 2023. And of course, everybody, as always remember and never ever forget that I'm your host, Big T. I will see all of you at the matches. And of course, I will see all of you for your AEW Dynamite coverage on Wednesday night. So make sure you join me here for that, live on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Take care, everybody. I love you all. And of course, good night, everybody. Ha 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 ha.
This is M-Dog 20, Matt Cross. We're in Cleveland, Ohio, and you were checking out Beyond the Ring with my man, Big T. Thank you, man. Big T.
Hello, this is EC3 of TNA Wrestling, and you are so very fortunate because you are watching Beyond the Ring with Big T.
This is the bad boy, Joey Janela, and you're watching Beyond the Ring, Big T.